Alright guys, before you skip the intro, hear me out. This video is set up a bit different for MX Bikes. I want to show you the progression of where we were the first time we ever played the game versus where we are now, with this being my greatest, fastest, best lap I've ever done. My most pro-ish lap I've ever done. And I'm not going to commentate over it, the fast lap I have here, because I just want you to see it. And then I have some replay, third person, and some other stuff I want to show you. And this would also be my home track, Homer, Nebraska, Fiddler Creek. And I have tracks that are closer, but I've never seen a track from Nebraska in any game. So this is awesome. I've rode here, raced here. A lot to say about it, but awesome track and just really, really good stuff. So let's jump into it, starting with our first time ever playing. Someone was asking me, or maybe it was on a video, someone was asking me to play MX Bikes. I have been asked to play this game a couple times over the last year or two. I don't know how long this game's been out. It's still in beta, I believe. I'm just playing the demo, okay? This is just the demo, and you have access to two tracks. You have the practice track, which I don't know why, it just kind of ran a little, it wasn't optimized well on my computer. I'm not 100% sure what was wrong with that. But this track seemed to run a lot better. It was actually, this track was more tough for me, and I mean, this is my first experience with the game. I played it a little bit. I bet I played for about an hour, maybe longer. And we took all the assists off and everything, the riding aids, I guess. And I crashed quite a bit, okay? It's kind of like Sim, but I actually think that this game feels... I suppose maybe if you're really good at Sim, coming to this game is difficult. Alright, so there you have it, my best lap I've ever done in MX Bikes. This track is Fiddler Creek by Jaeger, and it's awesome. It was done really well. I've played, video game, real life. I've rode here, raced here in real life a few times. It's a drive. It's like 3 hours from where I live, but I have raced here a few times, rode here a few times. I haven't been back to the track for quite a while. It's been a while, but I do remember it, and he did it justice. It's awesome. It is a bit smooth, but you could turn on terrain deformation to make it rougher. This track, it gets really, 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 really hard packed and dry, and it gets really rough from what I remember. So it is a bit smooth right now, but again, turn on terrain deformation or increase it, and there you go. But as far as layout, really good. Environment, you might say there is no environment. It's in Nebraska, man. It's really close to the Nebraska-Iowa border. There isn't anything. He even has a cornfield surrounding it. He did a great job with it. And we were using Jet Lawrence. I didn't have the rider. I couldn't find. There was an older Lawrence mod, but I couldn't find a current one. But the bike is by Diego93, and fantastic. It's so awesome. So Jet Lawrence came to shred my hometown track. Maybe that's the title of the video, but here you have some third person. The TV replay cam was actually working on this track. This camera mode hasn't been working on most of the tracks I've been playing, but it did here. So it looks awesome. The replay in this game is amazing. But yeah, awesome bike, awesome track by Jaeger, and bike by, again, Diego93. I want to make sure I give credit. Somebody was accusing me of not giving credit to Stone Rider, I believe, and I did. The problem is they probably skipped over the video and didn't catch it. So I did give credit. You guys are awesome. Without you, the game wouldn't be as great as it is. So really, really great job, but especially to Jaeger. Thank you. This is awesome. I know nobody was asking for it or whatever, but the fact that you put in a track from Nebraska, it hits home. And the fact that I was able to turn what is my greatest lap ever in the game on my home track, or what would be my home track, is fantastic. It's so cool. It's really cool. It's just a video game, but it's awesome. Now, talking about the lap I did, it actually kind of feels like real life. It's a video game. I do ride and race in real life. I haven't raced in a while, but I still ride. When I was getting these laps, it was like, okay, so when I was racing, I was never the fastest. I wasn't the best, but I feel like we were pretty good in my prime. And when you raced, there was always guys faster than me. And I would ride with them and compete with them, but I was riding, you know, out of your comfort zone, on the edge, where it's like you don't feel completely comfortable going that pace. That's kind of what it felt like here. It felt like I was riding a bit over my head, and at any minute we could crash or go down or whatever. It felt like that. So the fact that you could kind of get not the same feeling but similar in a video game is awesome. I know there isn't a consequence, you know, there is a consequence to crashing and going down in real life, but in the game there really isn't, besides messing up your lap. But it kind of gave me that same feeling, and I don't get that in any other game that I play. So really cool that I could simulate that to some degree in the game. So I don't know if I mentioned it. Here you see it a bit better. There wasn't a great or current Jet Lawrence mod for the rider, so the gear, the boots, the gloves are pretty close, but the helmet, obviously it's Fox, and he, I believe, is Alpine Stars and 100%, so pretty close. I feel like it did it justice. But yeah, awesome. It makes me want to play more and get better at the game and keep pushing to be able to ride like this on different tracks. So we'll see. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.